everyone, welcome to my channel. I actually wanted to come in front of camera and do the talking since the longest time now. And today just felt one of those days when I can finally find the time to do that. So let's get started. It's going to be a long-ish rant chit chat video. So you can quickly grab your cup of tea or coffee. So I started my YouTube journey from August 2022. A lot has happened in my life in these 4 years, which has changed me completely. In these 4 years, I started off very enthusiastically, but I was unable to remain consistent. And recently, I also changed the niche of my channel. It only seemed fair that I come in front of camera and give a logical explanation for this inconsistency and this change. So here I am. Initially, in August 2022, when I started off this YouTube channel, I was a fresh PhD graduate and I started it off as a channel where I used to explain the basic concepts of biology to high school, graduate and postgraduate level students. It seemed to be kicking off really well and it resonated with me at that point of time. But later on, as I landed a full-time corporate job as a scientific writer, it quickly started to be inconsistent from my end because let's get real, the job that gave me immediate rewards, the job that used to pay my bills, that of course took the front seat, and I could not prioritize the content creation thing, which even though I enjoyed a lot, it was not immediately rewarding. So the inconsistency started to build up. Cut to 2024, I became a mom and I took a maternity leave from my job. And the joke's on me because I thought that during that maternity leave, I will utilize my free time for content creation. But little did I know that being a mom is even more difficult than a 9 to 6 corporate job. It's a 24/7 job with a very moody and a very unpredictable tiny boss. And I went through postpartum depression phase. I like my hormones were all over the place, they were fluctuating, and I did not feel like myself. After I joined my job after the 7 months of maternity leave, things were pretty settled for a month or so, because for initial 1 or 2 months my team was very supportive and the workload was also very less. But the real game began after the workload started kicking in. So that was the phase when I was breastfeeding. So I had sleepless nights. Because of the sleepless nights, obviously I was sleepy during the entire day. And when you're expected to focus on your work with that state of mind, it is very difficult. Very difficult, at least for me. I don't know how the other working mothers do it. Hats off to them, because it's a really difficult thing to manage. Also, I was working remotely, I was working from home. So whenever my baby used to cry, my focus shifted on him. It's not that I did not have any support. I have a very supportive family, I have a very supportive husband, but it's just a mom's changed brain chemistry, because of which we tend to react immediately to a crying baby. And this lack of focus was pretty noticeable. Cut to the age when we have a lot of AI models rising, so the need of medical and scientific writers is cutting into half for every company. These two factors just made me a weaker link in my team, and I got laid off. I lost my job, and it was a very unexpected turn, because never in my life before this I had lost my focus like this. But I was still pretty optimistic, I was pretty confident that I would soon find another job, because I had never had such difficulty of finding another job before this, but I feel like after you have a certain years of experience in your field, you become very selective of what kind of job you want to take. You cannot compromise on anything. You won't compromise on the salary that you get. You won't compromise on the work culture that you need. Of course, being a mother, I also had to balance the other priorities that I was having towards my family. And so, even after 6 months of struggling to search another job, I was unable to find one, and that really shattered me. This is one facet of whatever was going on with me. Let's look at another facet now. Apart from motherhood, I am a journaling enthusiast. Every year I buy a new planner, a new journal around like November or December. But last year I designed my own planner, my own journal, and it turned out to be so pretty that my husband actually encouraged me to commercialize it, to have a look at what kind of a response I'm getting from the audience. And the response that I got was so overwhelming that my new 2026 resolution became to launch my own journal and planner brand. And that is how my brand Numa was born. I always had this passion for designing, for art and craft, for journaling. That is how Numa was born. Till date, we have launched plain notebooks and gratitude journal, and there are a lot of other beautiful products in the pipeline. Will link my Numa page here for you guys to check it out. That was the other facet of what was going on with me. But in these 4 years, I have seen a lot of ups and downs. Initially, when I was a fresh PhD graduate, science was my only focus. But as I have evolved in these many years, I have realized that there are a lot of other aspects other than biology which are important to me. I think it took me good 2 years to finally feel like myself again. I can sleep through the night finally, which means that I am feeling much calmer, much more focused. I feel like I can finally put my creative energy into use again. I am rediscovering my hidden potentials. I am focusing again on myself because after MSc, I had taken admission into PhD immediately. Immediately after PhD, I had landed a job. Immediately after job, I had become a mom. I did not take a break for the longest time. This was a much needed time to rediscover myself and focus on my own well-being, my physical self, my mental self, my emotional self, my creative self. And, I actually wanted to share my journey with you guys. That is why that was one of the reasons why I changed the niche of my channel, because this whole idea just resonated with me more than the idea of teaching biology. Even though I lost a lot of subscribers, a lot of followers because of this decision of mine, I could not deliver what did not feel like me. So currently the situation is that I am building my brand Numa. I am working as a freelance scientific writer. I have taken up a few projects of biology content writer as well. I am again ready to kickstart my YouTube channel. I hope you can relate to my journey because there are a lot of girls who go through this phase, but I think everybody has normalized it so much that it's often taken as a very routine thing, which is just obvious, but it is very difficult to balance everything and to focus. Even though your body is healing, your mind is healing, your brain chemistry has changed, everything has changed in your life, but it's a very beautiful thing, and it feels really good to rediscover myself once again, and it feels good to take this break. That was me doing my rant. I hope you hop on with me on this journey. If you feel good, please consider subscribing to my channel. That's it for this video.